Hello, and welcome to today's masterclass, Breaking Free from Diet Culture, the Path to Self-Acceptance and Empowerment. I'm Holly Toscanini, your guide and companion on this transformative journey. I'm a non-diet life and health coach who empowers women who are ready to walk away from diet culture and redefine their relationship with food while establishing a more peaceful relationship with their bodies. Now, my non-diet approach to health is absolutely essential because it allows you to stop wasting your precious time and energy trying to change yourself to fit some unrealistic ideal of beauty. Plus, it speaks to your underlying desire to feel valued and worthy just as you are. Now, today's masterclass is all about breaking free from diet culture. Diet culture is a term that has gained popularity in recent years, but you might be wondering, what does it actually mean? At its core, diet culture is a set of beliefs and practices that promote the idea that thinness and a certain body shape are the ultimate markers of health and beauty. It's perpetuated by media, advertising, and social norms that equate weight loss with success, health, and self-control. See, diet culture is not just about following a specific diet plan, but also about the mentality and behaviors that come with it. And it's often characterized by restrictive eating, obsessive calorie counting, and an unhealthy fixation on weight and body size. Now, the focus is not on nourishing the body, but rather controlling it and achieving an idealized appearance. Diet culture is an all-encompassing phenomenon that's taken over our society. It involves the constant pursuit of thinness, often at the expense of mental and physical health. From weight loss programs to diet pills and fat shaming to body positivity, even, diet culture has been deeply embedded in our society for decades. Now, in this masterclass, we'll explore a few of the various aspects of diet culture and its impact on our lives. We will examine the history of diet culture, the psychology behind it, and how it affects our health, relationships, and even our self-esteem. I'll also provide some practical tips for breaking free from diet culture and embracing a healthier, more balanced approach to nutrition and to wellness. So let's do a quick review of the most popular diets just over the last few centuries. Are you ready? So we're going to start in 1558 with the starvation diet, which advocated extreme calorie restriction. And while it did work for mice, it's been unproven in humans. Or what about in the 1700s? There was hot sand therapy. This suggested that hot sand could help sweat out fat, a belief that has now been discredited. Or what about 1727, which gave us the move away from the swamp diet that claimed that people living near swamps had a greater instance of obesity. Again, a theory that's now been debunked. Let's move to the 1800s. Now, you might be surprised to learn that excess body weight was not considered a health issue until the early 1800s. Then came the Victorian era with its moralistic undercurrent that said weight loss was now connected to cleansing the body from the evils of daily life. So basically saying if you had more body weight, you were a bad person. In the 1800s, we saw things like ingesting tapeworms consumed as pills. Those worms would get out of the pill inside your stomach and supposedly eat away all the food in there. And then in the 1830s, there was the chastity diet. This was advocating the avoidance of sugar and spices, again, to curb our sinful urges. Or 1863, we saw the Banting diet by William Banting, which was an early form of the Atkins diet, which recommended cutting carbohydrates in any oily foods. Then 1894, cornflakes. Yep, Dr. John Harvey Kellogg. He said that bland foods were once again prescribed to curb our sexual urges. Are you seeing a theme here? Let's move on to the 1900s with the Choo Choo Club by Horace Fletcher. The Fletcher method advocating excessive chewing and spitting out your food. Or in the 1920s, tobacco companies actually encouraged us to smoke to reduce weight, especially women. Cigarette brands claimed that smoking could help us curb our appetite and lose weight. In the 1930s, we saw the Inuit diet, which was a high-calorie diet of blubber and raw fish, which pretty much ignored the genetic and lifestyle differences between the Inuits and most other people in the world. And then 1940s, the Master Cleanse diet, which exists today. This is the liquid-only diet that combines cayenne pepper, honey, with lemon juice and water or some combination of those things that you're supposed to fast with to help you reduce your body weight. And then in the 1950s, the prudent diet became the basis for Weight Watchers. Pretty fascinating, isn't it? Now, let's move to the late 20th to 21st century. In the 1960s, we saw the Sleeping Beauty diet, where people would take sedatives to help them sleep longer so they would not be eating. And then in 1963, Jean Nidek founded her weight loss empire, Weight Watchers. The 1970s and 80s were pretty chock full of diets. We saw a ton of them. I'm just going to give you a few. The grapefruit diet, the cookie diet, the cabbage soup diet. I know people that do this today, Jenny Craig. And then the explosion of aerobics and fat-free diets. This really became the era of fads and quick fixes. Now, in the 1990s and 2000s, we saw the DASH diet, the Zone diet, the Subway diet, Atkins, South Beach, Special K. Special K actually marketed their cereal and all of these changes as lifestyle changes, right? But we all know that most of these are just not sustainable. Even to this day, people try them and they're still not working. Then in the 2010s, we saw the paleo diet, Whole30, which had a focus on eating natural foods, yet the benefits are still being debated. We also began to see more intermittent fasting taking over too. So what we see is a history that often conflates morality with health, pseudoscience with science, and appearance with well-being. Today's research suggests that a balanced diet coupled with regular physical activity is still the most effective path to general health. But what's most important is embracing a holistic approach to your well-being that includes not just physical, but also emotional, psychological, and spiritual health, a truly holistic plan. Now, given the many dead-end paths history has shown us in the pursuit of the ideal body, maybe it's time to focus less on the scales and more on fostering an accepting, non-judgmental relationship with our bodies. See, the history of dieting is in many ways a cautionary tale that tells us that the best diet is one that nourishes us, mind, body, and soul. The belief that thinness equals success, health, happiness, and self-worth is really at the heart of diet culture. This belief is reinforced by media images and advertising and societal norms, which always portray thinness as the ultimate ideal. And as a result, many women feel pressure to conform to this ideal, often at the expense of their mental and physical health. So why do we do it? Well, it's because we have been taught something called fat phobia. See, fat phobia is when we start believing all those things society tells us about weight and the size of our bodies. It's like we internalize all of this negativity and start fat shaming ourselves and others. And it's a real problem, especially for women, because we're constantly bombarded with beauty standards that only celebrate thin bodies. Even women who are all about body positivity and not into dieting at all can still struggle with internalized fat phobia. This simply means I might think it's okay for everyone else to be fat, but I'm certainly not okay with myself being fat. And I see this in a lot of health coaches too. While diet culture may seem harmless or even beneficial on the surface, the reality is that it can have many negative consequences for both our physical and mental health. And here are just a few of the ways that diet culture can be harmful. Disordered eating. Diet culture can lead to a range of eating disorders, including anorexia, bulimia, and binge eating disorder. When weight loss is primarily the goal, women focus on it and resort to extreme measures like calorie restriction, purging, or over-exercising, which can damage the body and have long-term consequences. Then there's body dissatisfaction or even body hatred. The constant messages that thinness is the ideal can lead to negative body images and low self-esteem. This can turn into depression, anxiety, and other mental health problems. And then there's the challenge of weight cycling, which is where you're constantly going up and down in your weight. See, diet culture promotes the idea that weight loss is a simple matter of willpower, calorie counting, and self-control. However, this ignores the complex psychological and environmental factors that contribute to weight gain and loss. When individuals go on restrictive diets, they often lose weight initially, but then regain it and more, leading to a cycle of weight loss and gain that can be harmful to our health. And then weight stigma. Diet culture reinforces the idea that thinness is morally superior and that those who are overweight are automatically labeled obese, lazy, weak-willed, or lacking in self-control. This can lead to weight stigma and discrimination, which in turn can lead to stress, depression, and other negative health outcomes. Research has shown that dieting can have a range of negative effects on our mental health, including anxiety, depression, and eating disorders. The focus on weight loss can also lead to feelings of guilt, shame, and failure, particularly when weight loss goals are not achieved. And in addition, the constant pursuit of thinness can lead to body dysmorphia, which is a condition in which women become obsessed with their perceived flaws and their appearance. So if diet culture is so harmful, how can women break free from it and establish a healthier relationship with food and their bodies? We're going to start by practicing body neutrality and body acceptance. Now, this involves embracing your body as it is right now, today, without any conditions or judgments. This acceptance is about more than just appearance. It's about respecting and appreciating your body for the incredible functions it performs every single day. Recognizing the strength, resilience, and uniqueness of your body can lead to a more contented and fulfilling life overall. See, embracing body acceptance is a powerful act of rebellion against diet culture. Diet culture imposes unrealistic standards and promotes a narrow view of beauty and health. So by adopting and accepting your body, you reject these harmful norms and free yourself from the endless pursuit of an unattainable idea. This liberation allows you to focus on what truly matters: your overall health, your ultimate happiness, and well-being. Now, here are some strategies that can help. You can practice intuitive eating. Intuitive eating is an approach that emphasizes listening to your body's hunger and fullness cues rather than following strict rules about what and how much to eat. It involves tuning into your body's needs and cravings and giving yourself permission to eat a wide variety of foods without guilt or shame. Next, reject weight loss as a goal. Instead of weight loss, focus on overall health and well-being. This may involve setting goals related to physical activity, stress management, or social connections, rather than just focusing on the number on the scale. Then challenge negative self-talk. When negative thoughts about your body or eating habits come up, challenge them with positive statements or affirmations, or practice self-compassion. And remind yourself that your worth is not determined by your appearance and that all bodies are worthy of respect and care. And seek support. Breaking free from diet culture can be challenging, especially when it goes against societal norms and expectations. So seek support from friends, coaches, family members, or therapists who can help you navigate this process and provide encouragement along the way. And surround yourself with positive influences. Social media and other forms of media can be powerful influences on our beliefs and behaviors related to food and body image. So try to seek out positive and empowering messages that promote self-care, body acceptance, and healthy habits. And then engage in physical activity for enjoyment rather than weight loss. See, exercise can be a great way to boost your mood and improve your overall health, but it's important to engage in physical activity for enjoyment and personal fulfillment rather than just for weight loss. This might involve trying new activities or finding new ways to move your body that feel more joyful and more energizing. See, diet culture is not just an individual problem, but a societal one. It's perpetuated by the media, advertising, and other cultural messages that equate thinness with health, success, and happiness. It significantly impacts our mental and physical health. And by understanding the history and the psychology behind diet culture, as well as its impact on your health and wellness, we can begin to break free from its influence and embrace a more holistic and compassionate approach to food and body image, and to our overall health. Self-confidence, it's not just something you're born with. It's a skill that you can develop. See, contrary to popular belief, I want you to understand that confidence is not some elusive personality trait that you either have or you don't have. In other words, it's learnable. And more importantly, it's attainable, no matter what you look like. There's a confidence equation. Experience plus self-reflection equals increased confidence. It's a common misconception that self-confidence is some kind of trait that you're simply born with. In reality, it's a skill that can be cultivated and nurtured over time. And just like any other skill, it requires practice, patience, and perseverance. See, the journey to building self-confidence involves changing how we perceive ourselves, how we interact with our thoughts and emotions, and how we choose to present ourselves in the world. When we connect our intuition to body awareness, we start listening to our bodies with a new sense of reverence and understanding. This connection is particularly powerful for intuitive eating. Being attuned to your body's needs lets you make food choices that nourish both your body and your soul. Imagine eating not because a clock tells you it's time, but because your body gently signals that it needs fuel. Understanding intuition and linking it with body awareness isn't just about making better food choices either. It's about creating a harmonious relationship between your body, mind, and spirit. And trust me, ladies, that is a relationship worth investing in. Breaking free from diet culture can be challenging, and it's an ongoing process. It involves rejecting the idea that thinness equals success, health, and self-worth, and instead focusing on a more holistic approach to our self-care that's sustainable and effective. With support from professionals like me and a commitment to self-care and self-acceptance, you can learn to reject the harmful messages of diet culture and cultivate a more balanced and fulfilling relationship with food and your body. This journey isn't about being perfect. It's about being kind and patient with yourself. Choosing to work with a non-diet coach can play a pivotal role in this journey. Now, as your coach, I can provide guidance by offering insights and perspectives to help you see your worth and your potential. You'll get the support and encouragement you need to take risks and embrace new challenges. You'll get help staying accountable to your goals and commitments to self-improvement and self-compassion. You'll get assistance in developing personalized strategies that work for your unique situation and challenges. When you choose to work with me one-on-one, you're getting a personalized coaching experience tailored to your unique journey. We dive deep. We laugh, we might cry a little bit, but most importantly, we're going to work together to rewrite your story, one where you are the confident, joyful hero. My philosophy is simple, ladies. It's profound too. Your worth is not determined by your size. You deserve to live a life free from the shackles of diet culture. Through body acceptance, intuitive eating, and a hefty dose of self-love and a sense of humor, you can reclaim the life that's rightfully yours. So if you're ready to embark on this transformative journey, I'm here, I'm ready and excited to be your guide, your supporter, and yes, your coach. Together, we can create a life that's vibrant, fulfilling, and unconditionally confident. If you're ready to stop dieting, if you want to establish some healthy habits that you can easily maintain and finally learn to accept and respect the body you have right now, I hope you'll decide to work with me. And if you found value in today's presentation, please consider joining my program where we dive even deeper into these concepts guided by trust, intuition, and joy. Let's embrace our beautiful selves and live life on our own terms. I want to extend a special invitation to you to schedule a free coaching session with me. See, this is an opportunity for personal growth and transformation where you can explore all of these concepts further and actually start applying them to your life right away. Whether you're seeking support in embracing emotional eating, looking to adopt a non-diet lifestyle that includes intuitive eating and body acceptance, or you're simply aiming to build your self-confidence, this call is a step towards your empowerment. On this call, we're going to explore what's keeping you stuck, and you'll walk away with some actionable steps and information that you can use right away. We'll also talk about how we can work together if you think you're ready. No pressure. This is your moment, a chance to explore the potential for transformation and start rewriting your story. Together, we can create a life filled with self-love, self-compassion, joy, and body acceptance. I'm so grateful you chose to spend this time with me exploring the transformative world of a non-diet lifestyle. It's time to say goodbye to diet culture and step into a life of body acceptance and intuitive living. Adopting a non-diet lifestyle is not about giving up. It's about coming home to your body, your intuition, and your inherent wisdom. And remember, you don't have to walk this path alone. A non-diet coach like me is here to guide you, support you, and celebrate you every step of the way. Walking away from diet culture can be a challenging and ongoing process, but it is essential for all aspects of your health, mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual. And breaking free from diet culture involves rejecting the idea that thinness equals health, success, and self-worth, and instead focusing on holistic wellness and self-care that is sustainable and effective. With support from professionals like me, I know you can make this happen. For more resources, insights, and support, please visit my website at hollytoscanini.com and tune into my podcast, Say When, for ongoing guidance and inspiration. You can reach out to me directly by sending me a DM through Instagram or Facebook, or you can email me at holly@hollytoscanini.com. Thanks again for being a part of this Breaking Free from Diet Culture class. And remember, your journey toward a healthier, happier self is not just a dream. It's a path that you can start walking today. It's been an honor and a joy to share this space with you. Remember, you are worthy of love and acceptance just as you are. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or need further support. Here's to embracing your body, trusting your intuition, and living a life free from dieting. I know you've got this, and I'm here cheering you on every step of the way. Thanks for joining me.